Welcome. Troy is here. Troy, how long you been waiting? Let me bring up my live chat. What up, everybody? Dang, this camera's like zoomed in. I guess that's what we're gonna have to deal with. Give it a second. Let a few folks come in. There we go, that's a little better. What up, y'all? My family's laughing at me. We're eating dinner. Everybody's right here together. Figured I'd get on here. I know it's been a little bit. What up, Ryan? Troy? Man, I've been so busy, y'all, just working and hunting and screwing off, doing a little bit of everything. What up, Dan? Good to see you, dude. How's everybody's weather? It is hot as crap here in Texas. It's ridiculous. No fun to hunt or anything like that. It's been pretty miserable. On a good note, though, I'm headed to Nebraska on Saturday. That should be very cold up there, is what I'm kind of expecting. I wanted to just come on here real quick. I know I haven't been posting a whole lot of stuff. As you guys know, it's hunting season right now, so you guys should be hunting. Y'all shouldn't be watching too much YouTube. But for those of y'all that have been asking me, I wanted to give a little bit of update. I've got another elk video that I'm getting ready to put out. I've got a ton of whitetail content that's coming up, and in the whole process of all of the hunting that I've been doing, I'm building a house right now. I've got just work is absolutely exploding in the construction business here around Austin. I've got metal buildings and just ranch stuff. Like I'm building some horse barns for some people. It's just crazy right now. So, Dan, I didn't go to Illinois. I decided to not go to Illinois because I still hadn't filled my Nebraska tag. And you guys will see the struggle that I went through in Nebraska. It was unreal. The country was crazy. The weather was just absolutely brutal. One day I did like 16, 17 miles, something like that is what I'm guesstimating. My tracker didn't follow me exact. And 6 of those was in a thunderstorm, like in the dark, way out in the sand hills. You'll see all that footage and all that stuff from whenever I went to Nebraska the first time. And I got to hunt with Corey from Alone, a good friend of mine. I got to spend some time in eastern Nebraska as well as kind of central Nebraska. But I'm headed back up to central Nebraska Saturday morning. And I plan on hopefully, I would like to be finished there by like Wednesday, but we'll see how it goes. I didn't know what to really expect whenever I went to Nebraska. And I also, y'all don't even know this, I also hunted in Oklahoma as well. And I went to Oklahoma open season. I had some really good encounters. I got busted by a really good buck. You guys are going to see all of that as well. But it's hard, because I film. Not only that, I run a business. Plus I do all the editing and all that stuff for the channel as well. So I figure, we wait for so long for really good shows and stuff like that. Like we've been waiting for a long time for Yellowstone to come out. I don't know if anybody watches it, but, you got to wait a little while for something great. So I'm not saying it's going to be great, but you get what I'm saying. It's a lot of work for one dude to try to put all this stuff together. Hunt fish. Let me go back over here. I wanted to answer some questions. Troy said it rained like crazy up there 2 days ago. Minnesota in the high 20s. Dan, did you tag out in Illinois? I guess was it a question or what? What up, John? Good to see you, dude. Hey, John, message me. I actually have a guy that was looking for a contractor down there by you in San Marcos. I meant to text you actually today. Jeff, you can hold on, Jeff. You're part of the problem. Fish trap hunter. I'm archery only, dude. I did go hunting with a rifle a couple days ago and ended up, that was a whole fiasco. It was actually yesterday. I took the dirt bike out and was going to a little piece of private property that I have permission on here, and ended up almost getting hit by a truck on the dirt bike, wiping out. I blew out my knee. I got some road rash here on my elbow. Anyways, it was a crazy day. I don't see how you gun hunters do it. Archery is the only way to go. What else? Oh yeah, I still have Hunt Wars to talk about, and I can't talk about any of that stuff until they release their footage first. So remember, like during my elk hunting season, I was tied up with the Hunt Wars. I went hunting with the Elk Bros, so I still have all of that footage to release. And I'm thinking maybe we'll do that closer towards elk season, maybe in the summertime whenever I'm needing some content to push out to you guys. So I apologize about the lull in all the content, but it's definitely getting filmed and there's a bunch of stuff to put out there. I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to be surprised and engaged. What else is going on? The hunting school. So Joel from Alone, me and Joel have teamed up together. If you guys are interested at all in coming and hunting with us and going through it's basically like a fundamentals course for hunting, right? But at the same time, we have a property that we're allowed to harvest wild hogs on. You can go to, I think it's bushsurvivaltraining.com. And you can actually sign up for that course. It is here in Central Texas. It's on a 600-acre place it's off of the Pedernales River. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been doing some filming out there. I've been doing some hunting out there. It's amazing, and I can't wait to share it with Joel and his guests that he's bringing down for the class. For that class, we have 8 spots that we're trying to fill. Actually, we have 5 spots that are already spoken for, so there's 3 spots available left. And you basically are going to come in, you're going to fly into Austin, we're going to pick you up, and then we're going to bring you out to the ranch. And Troy, if you get on Joel's website, the one that I just talked about, he has all that information on there. I'm basically taking care of, I'm going to be hosting the event, and I'm going to have the property in the area where we're going to hunt, and we're going to go through the fundamentals. Some people that are going to be in this course are going to be brand new hunters, and then there's going to be some people that have hunted some, and then there's going to be some that have hunted a lot, right? But it's basically like a get back to basics kind of course, to where we talk about setups, and all of this is going to be based off of like hunting off of the ground, trying to hunt. There's going to be scouting involved. We're going to go over how to use your maps and how to look for a place to hunt, how to approach private property owners to be able to acquire a place to hunt without having to spend a bunch of money, all that good stuff. That's coming up in February. There is 3 spots available. And I think it's a good opportunity. And not only that, you get the opportunity, if Joel and I are comfortable with it, then you're going to get to harvest a wild pig right there on the spot. We will have some feed set up, and there's going to be plenty of opportunity, plenty of property for, the 8 folks that are going to come and join. Let's get back to public land. I'm headed back to Nebraska Saturday, and I plan on hunting until maybe Christmas Eve would be the day that I would drive back here to Texas. I would like to not spend that much time there because it's supposed to be blowing, nasty, and cold. But I hope that the spot that I went to earlier is going to be productive. What else, man? Just, it's been busy with holidays. Me and the kids went hunting to Oklahoma. I rattled in a couple of bucks for my son. I've got all of that footage to come. Me and Madison, my daughter, we rattled in a buck, and I shot him on film. She filmed 100% of that. That was super fun. We had a great time. We camped out there, freezing cold, and the kids toughed it out with me for, what was it, like 7 days? 7 days, right? 7 days? Yeah, 7 days. And it was a blast. Mr. Jeff Swain was there. He was actually the guy, he actually dropped me this pin and said, hey, dude, you need to go check this spot out. And it was money. It was so much fun. The terrain, man, Oklahoma is just deep in my heart. I love that place to hunt. There's so many places to hunt, and the deer are awesome, and they're plentiful. There's plenty of them out there for sure.
And your wife's from there.
And my wife is from there, she said. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Troy, yeah, check it out. If you go back, I think I left something on the community page. I think I left something on the community page on Flatlander, a link either there, or I know my Instagram and the Facebook. Instagram is Flatlander Hunt, Flatlander Hunt on YT, and then Cole Wilkes on YouTube or on Facebook. Ryan said, how is the deer population in Nebraska? The population in western Kansas was plummeted, but eastern is still good. So, dude, I'll tell you, I went out there and I went out into the sand hills, and the country is just unbelievable. Like, it's literally like you're in a sea of sand and grass hills, right? You get down into those bottoms and you can't see the horizon. And I did 16 miles that day, and I saw 4 does. I didn't see a single mule deer. I didn't see any people, but I just didn't see a whole lot of deer. And I covered a ton of ground, and I was real careful about how I moved across the country because, y'all, the biggest thing out there was like a friggin', like a yucca plant, like literally. And then down in the very bottoms where there was water, there would be cattails, that are anywhere between like 3 and 6 foot tall. And that's where I spotted all of the whitetail does. And I debated shooting one of those, but that was just my first couple days, and I didn't want to blow my wad on a doe right off the bat, So I continued to hunt. I got down into some. I moved locations after those 2 days, and then I went down into some river bottoms along the North Platte River, and man, I mean, as soon as I friggin' got out of the truck, I walked 100 yards. And jumped up a buck like as big as this dude right here in the grass, 100 yards from my truck. I skimmed right past him like I was glassing in the cattails and trying to look on the edges to see if I could see any deer moving. And I ended up bumping this big buck. You guys will see all that to come soon for sure. Man, I don't know what else to tell you to kind of give you some updates on what's going on. I would love to go back and hunt Arizona for some Coues deer. I don't know if my wife is going to allow that. Not only that, the work schedule is like piling up. I've got stuff kind of stacked out until February. So that's a good thing and a bad thing. Got to make that money while it's here. But at the same time, man, I want to hunt more and try to get as much content as I possibly can. Just getting it, y'all. Straight up getting it. Yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. You guys keep watching the videos, keep in contact with me. Oh, and any of y'all that have harvested a buck or a doe or anything and y'all want to share it on the channel, whenever I produce these next couple of videos, I want to give you guys some shout outs. Y'all are the reason that I make the videos and that I keep doing this stuff. Like, there's no monetary value for me in this whatsoever. I just do it because I love it. I do it because I have fun, and it's cool to interact with you guys. And I've met a bunch of great people doing this whole YouTube thing, so I'm just going to kind of keep it rolling. But I want to share y'all's successes as well. Private land, it doesn't matter. Gun, archery, crossbow, who cares? Send me a picture, Flatlander Hunt at Yahoo. Is that right? Yeah, Flatlander Hunt at Yahoo. You guys shoot me your pictures, and I'll give you a shout out on the channel at the beginning of the stuff. Fish Trap Hunter, would you recommend hunting Kentucky? Was there enough public land in your opinion to hunt? What month you would recommend? So I loved freaking Kentucky, and if it was closer, Kentucky would be like my Oklahoma is. The amount of public land is unreal. And I'll tell you this, you can get overwhelmed by the amount of places that Kentucky actually has to go hunt. And I would tell you, just pick a place and stick with it and try not to move around too much and learn the country and the way the deer move through it. It took me, I hunted, I was there a full week, but I got rained out like several days last year. And as long as you stick with it, read the sign, and pay attention to what the other people are doing. Everybody seems to do the same thing on all these public pieces of ground. Like I could almost, like, on a map, I could almost tell you where you're going to find hunters and where you're going to find them parked and where they're going to. You guys concentrate on, if you're in some hill country, especially like Kentucky, concentrate on those higher hillsides. And on the other aspect of it, like, it's not every hillside. There's not a ton of deer. But whenever you find like a patch that they're using, stick with it, because once I narrowed it down into like a little, I don't know, I finally narrowed it down to about a mile square, 600 acres that I thought these deer were really hiding in, right? So try to concentrate on the hilltops where the buck can bed down and where they can look out with the wind at their back. And believe it or not, they're going to pick some open areas, some open forests, some big forests to where they might have a bunch of brush or a down tree or something like that behind them. So I would concentrate like on all of where the ridge tops come to a point and get ready to drop off to like a creek bottom. Those are the areas that I concentrated on. I wish I had my Kentucky buck in here from last year. I'll show you his head. He's great buck, big mature buck. Kentucky's one of my favorites for sure. I can't wait to go back and hunt Kentucky. I can't remember what I was talking about before that, but I think I was fixing to close out. You guys, Thomas, did you kill that buck yet? Y'all, Thomas, good buddy of mine, lives over here in Texas. He ended up, man, he's been after this buck all season, y'all. Since the open of season in October, he's chose to not use his rifle. He's just been out there getting after it, and ended up arrowing this buck, hitting him high in the shoulder, no penetration. And then 3 days later, I told Thomas, I was like, hey, you got to go to Walmart, pick you up some rice bran, go dump it out there, and put your camera on it. We're allowed to bait here in Texas. And sure enough, that buck ended up coming back up. So hopefully, Thomas, you got, what do you got, like a week and a half or 2 weeks to get it done with that buck. Hopefully you get it done, dude. Thanks, Dan. Have a great Christmas, buddy. Y'all, send me the pictures, Flatlander Hunt at Yahoo. It was great visiting with you guys. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Stay tuned. I've got tons of content to drop. It's, you know, I'm not going anywhere. It's just, it takes a lot for me to do what I'm doing for work and the YouTube stuff. So thank you for being patient. See ya.